Hey guys, it is Fire here, taking a look at a game called Odd Realm. Now, I've spent maybe not 5 hours, probably a little under that, putting together a colony in this, but I'm taking a look at it, and I'm a really big fan of it. So I thought, hey, let's try this out on the channel, see what you guys think, and if you like it, hey, let me know. Let's make this into a series. So, let's go and start a new game into the great wild blue yonder of whatever. See, so I've worked with humans. The ancients are interesting, but I don't know. I'm not. It's not something I'm interested in doing. So yeah, we'll I guess go to Motil then. Cool. It's a shame these are locked because they're not technically developed yet. But hey, one day that'll be done. Anyway, hopefully you guys are doing pretty good. I'm doing okay. I mean, I've had some pretty, honestly, I've had some pretty big problems with my eyes recently. So I've just been resting these past couple days. But hey, they're feeling a little bit better now. But we'll see, how long that'll be good, how long it'll last, and hey, I don't know. It might be really good. But hey, let's go ahead and get into this. So, last time I settled in a biome kind of like this, the taiga, however you want to say that. Welcome start for any settlement. So I think that might not be a bad idea, but I'd love to actually try to settle on like an island if I could click on the island. So, pirates for treasure. Yeah, so peaceful and peaceful. I think it's probably not the worst thing. So yeah, and let's go ahead and settle here on the high jungle. And I'm just gonna go with the pioneers because I suck. But sure, we'll just go with the high jungle. I it's just like, sure, I guess. I mean, what else am I gonna name it? I don't know. I mean, if you guys have any other names, because like you can spread out and make multiple colonies, like let me know, because I'm more than interested to hear your guys' suggestions for this. But yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and get into it. So if you guys have noticed one thing, it goes layer by layer. I can't remember what other games have done this before, but I know that many have. Oh gosh, I watched one a while back that did something very similar to this. But first thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and go into our jobs and say, hey, all these trees right around here, I'm not a fan of them. I don't like them very much. So how about we just go ahead and get rid of them? So that guy, I'll go ahead and cut down those. This looks like a good place to start actually mining in to the, what is it called? Mountain. That's a word. Mining into the mountain. Because I'm going to kind of go Dwarf Fortress on this and build a mountain base. Just because I don't know how to build roofs. I know that's super dumb, but I mean I've really tried to figure it out and I can't. I don't understand how it's supposed to work. So let's zoom in a little bit more. So yeah, these guys will get to work, start cutting that down. One other thing we'll want to do is grab our crops and just slap these down. There's not like any specific locations we need to put these. We just need to make sure that they're down on the ground so that our farmer can start harvesting them. Cool. Once we have that, we'll go ahead and want to start up some basic zones. I'm just going to set up a really general resource zone right now. It's not going to be very large, but hey, it's going to work for now. Jobs, we should see that, yeah, he has made his way inside, which is good. This is going to take a lot longer to mine just because, what's the word I'm trying to look for? We don't have good pickaxes yet. We don't have any decent stuff to work with. So I'm not looking to build anything super fantastic. I'm just looking to build some basic rooms for the... How many settlers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, 5 settlers, and hey, then we can actually get started on working on some of the more important aspects of our base. But I'm not super worried about getting attacked, especially that we're on a peaceful map. If you guys are interested on a later date, we can definitely move to something that's more angry and, they're going to attack us and kill us. Hopefully not, but... something that's going to be more challenging. Because I'm interested in that. I've played this game enough where I feel like I can be confident in knowing that it's not going to be instant death if I decide I want to do something like that. Now, one of the systems in this game is rooms. So, yeah, you can be all fine and dandy and dig out a hole like this, but it's not going to be considered a room unless you select it like this. So, I've selected something and made this a campfire. So, every room has certain requirements. So you can look for, it'll require a certain number of whatever items. This guy requires a fire pit and some stools. And I've, of course, filled those in for this requirement. So this is all happy. If we actually go down here into our workstations tab, you can see that we now are able to make stuff like coal and, you know, roast food, basic food. Later on, we can make better markets and such like that, but for now, this is a good place to start. Not build, we'll want to mine. So, starting out, there's a really basic room size that I think is generally pretty good to start out with. So I'm going to do a couple of these. I believe the door goes there, that goes in, just like that. Beautiful. See, it isn't like I'm scared to accidentally cut into something, but I'm, you know, I shouldn't be super worried. I think I'm going to be fine. I'm glad we have stone up so high, though. Last time I didn't end up having stone until much further on, and it was a very, very difficult pain to actually be able to get a lot of our resources. But, of course, to have a proper room, you'll want to have doors on it. And, of course, I believe all the bedrooms require is just a simple bed. So, I'll just add some simple wood beds to those rooms. Finish them off, make these bedrooms. And, of course, you can select that as long as there's a wall in between them. They'll select it into separate rooms. And, you know, they're mediocre, so they're not fantastic, but hey, they're good starting rooms, and I don't have floors in them. But, yeah, I mean, I think that works out. One thing that I am going to go ahead and want to do is go to my permissions, look at who's able to mine, and I want to be able to make sure everyone's doing that, even if they're not fantastic at it. Yeah, we'll do this. This guy with the 2, don't mind. I'm not worried about you. But everybody else, let's go ahead and get started at mining. I think that's very important. So, of course, they'll dig along right there. I'll go ahead and carve out some more of these rooms. Not right there, please. And right there. So yeah, they'll get that along. We'll get our 5 rooms together. I'd like to get probably 10, and then we can go down another level and actually start working on our, the important things. Like, what is it? That's a great question. What is it? Yeah, workshop and foundry to get our basic tools started up. Because currently, you might have noticed, we do not have those. We have nothing. So, yeah, it'll be important for us to do this. But let me just speed up time just a little bit more to have our guys go ahead and mine all the way through this. We'll go ahead and get the doors on these walls. I'm surprised that... Okay, it is going to get mined out. I'm just surprised it hasn't yet. There we go. Now I want to pause because nobody has anything to do. So let me go ahead and get the remainder of these built up. That there, that there, that there. One other thing that we're going to go ahead and want to do, at least for the first floor, I mean, I don't think it'll hurt to do some wood plank flooring, just to make it look a little bit nicer. And then from there, we're going to actually want to torch every room after they build the floor, because we can't actually do that yet, unfortunately. Yeah, one other thing, make sure all the saplings you have, most efficient way I've actually found to harvest them is just to do this. Make a really big box of them and just have them plant there over the time, because eventually you'll just get a super dense grove of wood. And they'll just go and harvest it for you, after you select it, of course, and it becomes quite easy. But yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll go ahead and work on that. I'm going up, aren't I? Yep. I passed it. There we go. So yeah, they'll go ahead and get that floor done. One other thing we're going to want to go ahead and work on is making a stairway down. So we'll go ahead and mine out just a little bit more. Yeah, just like another two rows, not super far. But this will allow us to do is mine down. And I want to mine down, I believe, 3 or 4 layers. Basically until we're down to another floor. I don't have a standardized method for this, so this will be a good time to figure that out. Clearly, on recording. No, but see, just right here. So if I cut that out... Is that a different row? No, it's not. I was going to say... Man, why are you sleeping there? Because I haven't assigned these other rooms as beds. That might do it. Who would thunk? There we go. You guys have slightly nicer rooms now. I think because it's this tropical area, it's going to rain a whole bunch. It doesn't rain this often in the taiga. So, you know, that's not actually bad. I'm not sure if that does anything for crops. I just know that your guys don't like getting rained on. So, don't rain on your guys. It is not very nice to rain on their parade. So, okay. Yeah, they'll work on that. Hopefully we can get down below this before we actually end up having problems. Although I think that'll be relatively easy. Yeah, there we go. So all I have to do now is just mine this out a little bit. And then once this gets mined out, I should be able to lower it down another level. Let's see. Yep, there we go. And one more level down? I'm trying to figure this out. Like, what'll be the best? Okay, we got a guy born. Dagnabbit, why you gotta do that? I had all the correct bedrooms and everything, but no. You guys just gotta go and do that, don't you? It's whatever. I'll go ahead and put this together. On my other world, actually, I was quite upset because I had these unequally spaced, and I hadn't realized until I had them all finished, and I had made like 30 of them. And oh man, I wasn't like angry or anything, but I was like, oh my gosh, why? Why could I have not seen this like literally 10 minutes ago? But yeah, no, I was not gonna fix it. Because, you know, at that point it's like, it's happened. I might as well just deal with it. Yeah, cool. So we're down there. I think we actually can go ahead and get some lights in here now. Build there. I can't build there yet. I can build there. Cool, we'll get lights in those places, and then I'll have to get one in the middle when I get the chance. But currently, not an option. 3. Trying to figure out. I think that should be a good level. So maybe mine them out just a little bit. Yeah. Just like that, I believe. Oh gosh, I don't know. I think it's uneven. It's gonna bother me. I think it's uneven, guys. Oh gosh, no, this is not okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's uneven, but we're gonna figure it out once they're done mining it, because I'm not gonna bother with it now. We'll go ahead and get those in. Perfect, they got that done. See, really, you can get a village up and running really quite fast if you're quick with this. It's currently saying we're out of fiber. This is one thing that confused me forever, how to get fiber. It's just in the cut section. You just say, hey, there's a bunch of these plants here. I just want you to cut them. And that works out generally pretty well. So, yeah, do that. Do that if you like that. Another thing we'll want to do is put in floors, but I want to have beds in first so that we don't have any guys sleeping on the ground. Generally makes it a little bit easier, you know? Yeah, unfortunately, there's just still a lot of stuff we can't build. But hey, we'll get there. Come on. Do I have any guys that are going to... There we go. What? Plant fiber. There we go. Plant fiber broth, which is just like a pretty crummy food source if I remember right. I don't suggest it, but hey, if that's what you're into, do what you gotta do, you know? Do all those right there. Those will get placed in, and I'll go ahead and say, don't do that. That would be very upsetting. Because, oh man, that'd actually be super upsetting. Yeah, okay, that looks okay. We'll go ahead and, of course, get our lights in. See, this is when it's like the inner perfectionist gets in, or comes out, where like I can't really do this inside of something like Rise to Ruins, because in Rise to Ruins, I'm on a constant time crush. Did I say time? I said time crush. Time crunch. Because I feel like I'm constantly going to die. And I feel like that's a decent description of the game. But, you know. And I also realized something, that this is actually 2 down in comparison to this. And they're just going to deal with it until I decide to fix it. Did you get stuck over here? Is there someone over here? No, that's not what I meant. Yeah, no, I have to fix it. It's just like, you know what? I'm gonna be a big guy. I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm just gonna be strong, and it's gonna be fine, and we're gonna be completely good. No, because I'm gonna eventually have to do something about it, and it's gonna bother me too much. Yeah, it's this level here, I believe. So you know what? Actually, I have realized that was really dumb. That was really, really dumb. Don't tell them to build anything here. I gotta figure out what level I told them to build it on. You know what? Sure. How about I go to deconstruct? Is that an option? Yes. There. Yeah, because apparently they're fast this time and they actually place the walls, which never happens. Man, it's just finding this. That's the one complaint I have with this game, is just like, it is really difficult to figure out where stuff is sometimes. It's not the worst in the world, but it's definitely like a doozy. Well, it looks like they can go down, so I don't have much of a problem with that. Next thing I want to be able to do is go ahead and zoom back down. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So apparently it was symmetrical, and then I screwed it up. So we'll go ahead and pull this out to about here, and then I'll want to dig a relatively large room, maybe a 9x9. That'll be a basic storage room. Up here, all I'm going to have to do is dig this out. We can do 5x5s maybe. I'm just thinking that's not a very large room. I mean, it will be once it's dug out, so I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, they'll dig those out. Those will end up being really nice rooms. As long as I can't see anything on the surface, I think it'll be okay. Although I might actually want to add a secondary entrance down here. Because what's a base without a secondary entrance, my friends? Yeah, so they'll do this. That should not take a whole ton of time, although I really got to get tools up and running. Otherwise, I'm going to have lots of problems. What's our food situation like, settler-wise, right now? 416 is pretty low. I believe these guys are, yeah, mature in 3 hours. So I'm not worried about it. So they'll harvest those and we'll be okay. Luckily, they pretty much give you everything you need pretty much right off the bat. I mean, not exactly, but they're pretty good about it. Of course, I have tons of people now, so I gotta go ahead and go back in here and make 14 million more bedrooms. There we go. Cool, that should have fixed that. Scroll down, not up. There we go. Cool, so now we have this little storage room right down here. All I really want them to be putting in here is pretty much everything. Actually, no, that's not entirely true. Everything but dirt clods, because they're a pain. So do that. See, they were pulling the dirt clods down here. I freaking told you. Yeah, no, dirt clods can go and just get thrown up on the surface or whatever. I don't like them. Okay, go ahead and place a door right here. And the first thing we're going to want to go ahead and put together is, I believe, a workshop. Now this will allow us to build basic tools. Eventually we'll have our foundry, not foundry, what is it? Smithy, which will allow us to build better tools. But hey, this is good for now. So yeah, what? Carpenter's table, a seat, and a cabinet. Let's go ahead and get those guys built. All up and running. So a carpenter's table, we can go and place one of those there. I believe it said a seat. Yeah, there we go. That right there. And then on top of that, it wants a cabinet. That's one thing I do want to point out, actually. So here's your props, and then here is your containers. This was really confusing for me for quite some time because I wasn't actually sure where everything was. So just to make it more clear for you guys, that's where it is. So containers, props, and if you just want to look at everything, there you go. But I just find it easier just to do it the other way. I'm not sure if I want to stick with the current flooring I have. I think I probably want to stick with wood just because it's easier to get. And once I start digging later on, I might want to go to stone. If this ends up continuing as a series. But hey, we'll see. I'm interested to see what you guys think about this. So, please let me know down in the comments if you guys are interested or what you guys are thinking. Because I personally really like this game, but I understand if you guys aren't interested. Cool, we'll go ahead and build one of those. I can't because man, that's something that annoys me. It's like, you wanted to build this here? Hey, that's a shame, because I am upgrading the floors. Okay, game, I understand. Superiority conflicts, but it's fine. Yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and get that down. Hopefully they'll be throwing all that stuff on the surface. Yeah, see, they're throwing the dirt clods up here now. Which is good. So, yeah, we'll do that. Unfortunately, I don't think you can store a lot in the containers, if anything. They might just be there just to be pretty. I can't tell. But, cool. They dug that out. We'll go ahead and say job-wise. Sure. I mean, I'm thinking like, yeah, this will be a fine corridor, and then we'll just have buildings off of here. So then 5 by 5, 5 by 5, 5 by 5, 5 by 5. And this should allow us to get a pretty general, rough, like, hey, this is our base kind of a feel done. Yeah. They're using their hand to mine stone. I need to get them tools. If this will get built soon, I think that'll be fine. Let me see if I can actually use it yet. No, I can't use it. Okay. That's fine. Once we have that done, I'll set up something with uniforms here, which allows you to actually say, okay, yeah, for, let's say, I don't know, a certain group. Let me just say, sure, basic. Sure, we'll just call it unassigned. How about that? Unassigned, they're just going to wear their wool coat and their wool pants, because that's all I currently have. So, new for each profession, and it's just all unassigned right now. So, that just helps people know that, hey, I don't have anything assigned. I'm going to use that. Hey! Oh, looks like we actually have a trader. That's awesome. We can actually trade a bunch of dirt. This is super broken. By the way, because you can just say, oh yeah, all this dirt, yeah, you guys can just have it. And I'm just going to take whatever looks like remotely good to me. So, what do we currently need? Copper. Might not be bad. But it's only 6 less than iron. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to afford 4 of that anyway. So, maybe actually cabbage. We'll grab the cabbage seeds, the broccoli seeds, or 4 of them. And then let's see if I can grab a melon. Yep. Cool. This trade is acceptable. So yeah, basically, you finish the trade, he'll leave his stuff there, and we'll go pick up this stuff in a little bit. So, cool. Yeah, we just traded a bunch of our nasty, ugly dirt that we hate so much from this base design into some actual useful materials. So, hey, there you go. It works out. Let's go and speed up the game again. See, I know this game has seasons, but I'm yet to see if the actual effect of them. I've not had my crops grow any better or worse, although saying that I've only ever made it this summer, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this ends up progressing. Hopefully it'll progress good. Man, I really want this to get finished up. I know I've assigned them to do like a whole bunch of stuff right now, so I'm not super worried about it getting done really quickly. You are going to starve if you do not do something right now. Oh, wait. That's really sucky, isn't it? It really sucks to be you. How? How? What? How did you get stuck up there? See, I'm super confused. Because yeah, this person's going to starve to death in here. What's their name again? I gotta figure out who they are. Tagandra something something. Oh man, I want them to fix this in games because it drives me nuts. And I know they don't mean to do it, but man, it is just like, fix one thing. Please. Please, just find a way out. See, I can't tell what happened. I think you got blocked in. No, those are wood planks. That's a stone wall. You're on top of a oh my. You're really smart, you know that? Get out of here and get some food. Oh my gosh, this is... Well, there you go. I guess we're just gonna have someone starve. Because they're not smart. Oh, man. It's really my fault, but... How hard is it to break some stone? Okay. Hey. Died from starvation. It's almost like I was trying to prevent that. You know what? Hey, and hey, look, we finally got through right after she died. Hey, that's fantastic. Hey, it's one less mouth to feed. Even though, you know, she wasn't really doing that. Oh, that's kind of horrible, but no. Let's go ahead and finish up this room. I'm going to abuse this, you know, this system just to be like, yeah, get this done faster, please. Just because I'm impatient. And I gave them a really big order for what they're used to doing, so whatever. Hopefully they'll get that done really quickly. And then this will be finished. I actually think it is. Am I just blind? Yeah, it actually is finished. Cool. So then what I'm going to want to do is build probably 3 pickaxes. Sure. We'll do some hatchets. So stone hammer. I don't really see use for a sickle, personally. And then let's just... Actually, we'll do an automatic order for this. So yeah, make sure we always have 15 bows in the village. That would be ideal. So yeah, now our guy will beat away on this. Last thing I'll show you guys today before we go ahead and end the episode is the uniform system. So let's say, you know, I have the unassigned system, but let's say I wanted to do them for the miners. So what I can do is I can say new gear set. I actually want to go ahead and clear that out because I don't think you guys should be having pickaxes. We'll call these miner because that's the job they're going to be having. And all I have to do is just say, yeah, there's your pickaxe. Now I can go over here. I can look for the miner profession or whatever profession I would prefer to be having these tools, and I can just say use the miner use the miner set. And that's the only way I've found to effectively be able to assign them stuff, but I know there are other ways. But yeah, I mean, there we go. Now this guy should be happily banging away on that and building tools, and hey, there we go. But hey, I think it's been successful besides that one lady that starved in the wall, but we don't talk about her. It's just like the Great Wall of China or something. I don't know. No, I mean, if you guys liked the episode, please consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. Or you can do all of them. And I'll see you guys next time. And let me know if you guys want to see this as a continued series. I'm interested in doing it, but I won't do it if you guys aren't interested. So, yep, just let me down in the comments or join my Discord. So, anyway, I'll see you guys. Bye.